This right back, Charlie.
He always used that active when defenders, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. While I go on Twitch, gang, what are you lot saying? I hope everyone's doing, first and foremost, everybody's fit and healthy. Everybody's progressing with their week in terms of their goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, aspirations, overcoming hardship. Most importantly, as I always say, health is wealth. Without health, we're dead in it, especially with what's been happening in the last 2 years and them things there. So I hope everyone's fit and healthy. I hope everyone's in good spirits. I hope everyone's health continues to be good or even better, because we could all be better in it. So yeah, as usual, appreciative to you lot for tuning in, not only this morning or whenever, but you lot support my content across Twitch and YouTube. In relation to Twitch, again, I can't lie, man, because I like you lot. It's meant to be exclusive to YouTube, but we're going to open it up. So we're here till whenever. 11:30 is a YouTube stream. Hit the like button on YouTube, but same way I'll open it up to Twitch. And then I think after that, 7:10, it's Portugal versus Turkey. I'll be doing a watch along for such. That will only be on Twitch in it. So don't shag yourself. Don't think it's an all-inclusive thing. I can't lie. I prefer the watch alongs on Twitch. In fact, I prefer Twitch full stop, really. So it is what it is. Journey to 10,000 on Twitch and 50,000 on YouTube, still alive and kicking, people. Now, throughout this, Russia are aiming to... Sorry, folks, man, my is dry there. See why a cup of tea is essential. Word to my Caribbean folks out there. But yeah, as I was saying, obviously Russia's trying to have a Euros. Pogba's been linked with. He's going to keep getting linked with silly season. He's been linked with Newcastle, where he could earn the bag. There could be a mini little French revolution. He could get a lot of love there. The expectations at Newcastle compared to United are different. Personally, at 28, 29 years of age, after waffling about not winning trophies and wasting 5 years, respectfully, I don't understand going to Newcastle, because you could be there, attract other players and help Newcastle long term. In the next 3 years, you're pushing on into your 30s. You won't have many years. He's being linked with Aston Villa. Listen, the opportunity to play under Steven Gerrard is good. You see what it's done for Coutinho, but it would be a waste, respectfully, to Aston Villa. You know, there's only a handful of clubs Pogba should be going to. He should be going PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, you know, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. You get me? Now I'm playing. Apart from the last one, them sort of clubs there, he's historically been linked with Chelsea. Obviously, you can't... I wouldn't want to see him go to Chelsea, because he would, you know, their midfield on the best of days is a Mazza. But, you know, Pogba at Chelsea, first thing first, London aspect, you know, N'Golo Kante, the France partnership could be there. It could get long, really. Thomas Tuchel, whatever you say about Chelsea, they've just won the Champions League. And I think Tuchel's been to at least 4 or 5 finals, and he's won a bag of trophies in a short period of time at Chelsea. That's what you want to do in it. The opportunity to be a free agent as well. Yes, we know globally what's going on with Chelsea and them things there. What's happening with Chelsea again. By the time, well, obviously you probably got to start talking to your transfer targets now, but you would imagine that by the time it comes to transfer season, Chelsea can buy players. Really, what's all of that about? Okay, I don't know why my charger decided to make noise, but shout out to you. God save the Queen. What about the normal people? God bless the normal people. I don't know about the monarch and them thing there, but that's up to you. This is the real national anthem. You might have to lose your moderation status, man. Paul Pogba to Villa police. Hey, bro, them man they love punching Russ. Them man they were talking like they're getting Smith Rowe. Now their chest is high. If Pogba goes Chelsea, the league will be finished. A midfield trio of Jorginho, Kovacic, and Pogba can dominate every team. Yeah, until Chelsea get a serious striker, even if that's the case, I think we'd be all right, man. Really, or Liverpool and them man will be all right. Tell him to come London and link Uncle Pie. Trust the Londoner, bro. Arsenal, we ain't got no problem with you dancing. You know, I got no problem with you dancing, blonde hair, anything you want. PP, you know, it's up to you, Paul. But honestly, I'd love him at Arsenal. You know, he'd fit in with what we've got. But away from that, it's a myth, innit? Like, away from Dreamland, it's a myth. Obviously, the French ties, we all know he's probably an Arsenal fan growing up. But apart from that, it's probably a myth still. So that's that with Paul Pogba. In fact, me type in Paul Pogba because he's gonna, even Lewandowski's getting linked with what's it, man? He's getting linked with Barcelona as well. It seems like the Madrid one is gone for him. Wonder what that would mean for Aubameyang. And in fact, we don't normally start this way. We might as well start with the transfers, man. We might as well just, why not? Routine is and discipline is everything in life, but at the same time, it's all right to reset. I think Lewandowski's on going everywhere. He'd like to go Barca. I don't, Barca are trying to do the short term fix thing, which could be him. But again, they probably have to move players on, like Depay, Adama probably not staying. Things are happening. We might as well start via that way, really. Let's delete that. Might as well operate backwards, innit, people? Why not? Lewandowski's overrated. Raji, raw. On what basis? Explain yourself, man. Everyone's free to have their opinion, but on what basis? Raw. Man said Lewandowski is overrated, bro. Come on, now. If anything, he slept on or it's been historically slept on. I've said it before, don't get twisted. Strikers are paid to score goals, but his general play, for me, I don't know how many free kicks he has, but his link-up play and his free kick scoring ability are slept on. Lewandowski, I understand it. All you've known is Bundesliga. There's the chance to try the Premier League, try Spain, maybe Italy. I don't know what's going on there. You might get linked with them. Premier League, obviously there's finances, but you can't just say comments like that and not rise up no receipts, man. Bundesliga tax, probably, but Lewandowski's a gunman. Someone needs to, bro. Lava's a baller, bro. Again, you can't make statements like that and not back it up, bro. You can't. Like, man, have to explain why Lewandowski is overrated. Seriously, like, man, have to understand that one. No, this guy's compared to Benzema and Kane, which for me is disrespectful. What? Why though? Why can't he be compared to them? Benzema's better than him for me. I'm taking Lewandowski in his prime ahead of Kane, even though Kane's 30. They're all 330 strikers. Like, you're talking like Lewandowski's a scrub. Like, what's respectfully, Kane's 30, Benzema's 30. Well, what are you on about? Like, bro, you gotta explain yourself, man. That's not making no sense, bro. Like, you're wassing it now. Still, I can't cap to you, my guy. I can't cap, man. Like, you gotta explain that one, man. How is it disrespectful to compare, bro? This is Lewandowski, You're acting. Bro, it's debatable, but man can't talk like them lot up there and Lewandowski. But man are talking like Lewandowski's Eddie and Nketiah or Lacazette or something like. Also, them man there, Lacazette didn't deserve to stray. I just thought, you know what? I should have just said Eddie, but let me give Eddie some company there. Bro, Lewandowski's a bad man in front of goal, bro. Like, Arsenal, bro, this season, 27 games, 31 goals, 8 in the Champions League, 8 games in the Champions League, 12 goals. Allow it, man. Overrated where, fam? Can't be compared to Kane and that where, bro? Allow it. Come on, man. Come on now, man. Looking at, bro, 339 goals in 366 appearances for Bayern Munich. 103 goals in 187 for Dortmund. 41 and 82 for Poznan. I don't even know this Zinich Pujlo thing, respectfully, Poland, but 21 and 32. Bro, are you mad? Are you mad? His shittest record is probably for his country. 128 appearances, 74 goals. And man lost it. Have man lost it? Are man actually all right? Man got 45 goals this season. Bundesliga tax, I hear it, but allow it, bro. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Nonsense. Nonsense and nonsense. Nonsense. Bro, he can move there, bro. Messi moved and he's not banging at PSG. What? That doesn't negate from the fact Kane ain't played nowhere else. Benzema's the only, out of the 3 names that we're talking about, Benzema's the only one that's played in 2 countries. So what's going on? Out of the 3 you said, I think, there was even Benzema, man are rewriting history because man used to call him shit. It's only in the last 18 months again, man remembered what he's on, really and truly. They tried to rub him. It's Benzema, Lewandowski, Kane for me, but it's all subjective. Kane's a bad boy as well. He does a lot. Benzema's 30. Lewandowski said, man, allow it, bro. Man have to allow it, bro. Like, I can't lie. It just seems like you just don't like Lewandowski, because you're not saying... You've not told me why it's disrespectful to compare him elsewhere. For me, Benzema has overall better game, but Lewandowski is more the lethal finisher. There's not much difference between the two, bro. They're all 30, bro. And especially in a day and age where there's, let's be honest, the vast majority of strikers are shit. Like actual strikers. For as much as they want to drop and do their false nine bullshit, a lot of them are shit. You know, Lewandowski, Benzema, Kane. Man have to allow it. But anyways, Lewandowski wishes to join Barcelona, who have an offer done, surely. You know, I'd think their pay needs to go. Aubameyang's ability to play on the left. Adama, unless you're playing right wing back, it's looking political. Sergio Roberto, Lynette, Umtiti, all of these guys, these are more basement sort of biased people, need to go. Them and Real Madrid need to clear. Real Madrid got better scrubs on the books. I don't like to call Hazard a scrub, but right now for Real Madrid, you're an expensive scrub. You know, you've got Ceballos, who for the last 10 years, he's convinced himself he's got an opportunity there. You've got Verhel there. You've got Bear Duds. You know, they probably need to move on from Carvajal as well. Anywho, people, the reigning two-time FIFA best winner is a free man in June 2023, which is like a lot of players, which perhaps forces Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich, really, they're kind of struggling with the contracting. According to Sport, Barca will offer the Poland international a 4-year contract, which, bro, if you can get a 4-year deal at 32, 33 years of age, Barcelona are smoking something stupid, really and truly, and he can get peace. I can't begrudge him, really. Barca don't think that reaching an agreement with the Ballon d'Or hopeful will be a problem either, given João Laporte's strong relationship with the player's agent, who has represented Lewandowski since 2018. Again, and there's probably a knock-on effect. I mean, PSG should probably just take him for a couple of years, respectfully. But yeah, man, that's Lewandowski. Allegedly wants to join Barcelona. Away from all of that, ambitious Newcastle, and he plays in Bundesliga where teams play a high line in the Prem, and he gets in behind. But in the Premier League against low blocks, he doesn't have the overall awareness and link-up awareness. It does have link-up play. And look at half the goals. Look at half the goals that are conceded in the Premier League. Let's not act like the Premier League is some holy grail where teams are shutting out and being resolute defensively. Come on, you're capping. You're letting your dislike for the guy reign through, man. Kane is a bit much. I mean, the trophies thing is a bit subjective. It's a bit harsh to judge a man just on your cap. Have you seen some of the men that are prolific in the Premier League? I can't lie, man. I respect everyone's opinion, man, but you're moving crazy, bro. Respectfully. Anyways, away from Lewandowski, I'll leave you to, ignorance is bliss. Newcastle and Aston Villa are monitoring Paul Pogba's situation as they eye a shock-free transfer. Bro, unless you're giving him the bag, it's a myth. It's a myth. It's an absolute myth. But anyways, Newcastle and Aston Villa have emerged as surprise candidates to sign Paul Pogba this summer as the midfielder prepares to quit Man United. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see the specifics. According to the Scum, Newcastle and Villa are keeping close tabs. I mean, he's been linked with them. There's nothing more concrete there. I can't see it happening. I'm sure you lot can't either, but, it is what it is in that regards. What else have we got? From one guy to another. Allegedly, 2 Premier League clubs are monitoring Chelsea defender Rudiger as Juventus eye up interest. I'm pretty sure Man United is one of them because he's always linked with them. Juventus have apparently made a proposal to him. Real Madrid and PSG are in dialogue with his representatives. I mean, PSG the bag, Real Madrid the bag, and a prestigious club. Obviously with what's going on with Chelsea, Rudiger has to assess all of his options and things like that. So Rudiger keeps getting linked with other people and whatnot people. So there's that. On the topic of Juventus, I can't lie. I'm just getting some transfer news up for you, but I'm sure there was a new allegation for Juventus. Juventus investigation. I'm sure there's a new investigation I saw this morning. I'm sure I see Juventus have a new investigation. Something going on. I didn't even read it properly, but we'll look at what's going on there. That's BBC. What else have we got? Goal.com's transfer thing. What else have we got? No, I don't just want to know about Haaland, fella. What else have we got? Sky Sports. Big up you lot tuned in this morning as well. Sky Sports transfer news. I know. I don't just want to know Arsenal's transfer news, man. Anywho, people, let's start with the transfer news because again, silly season. Let's start with BBC. Harry Kane has refused to commit himself to Spurs after being asked about his future, and everything should be on the table for Harry Kane. You know, if Conte gives his long-term word that he's going to stay, and more importantly, there's things in writing. If Spurs get Champions League, there's something to explore. I think Kane's got to push for a United move or something, and even United, they've gone a while without doing much, you know. But the City one looks like it's dead. I don't know if teams abroad want you. You know, it seems like United seems to be the most favourable one, and all options have to be on the table for Kane. You know, you can win all the individual trophies and all the link-up trophies with Son, but bro, that what's going to happen in the future, probably need a better agent as well. I want to be going into that tournament in the best possible form. Kane, I hope you go abroad, man. I'd love to see you and Sterling and all them man go abroad. So yeah, Kane, I mean, Kane is what it is, people, innit? Pardon me. They tried to get him, it didn't bang. He's kept every option on the potentially open, innit? Allegedly, Declan Rice would prefer a move to Chelsea rather than Man United, and I mean, he's got the Chelsea tags. You know, he got released from Chelsea, and he's done quite a lot to get back. 150 million. They're smoking some serious crack. You know, you probably have to knock 100 off that if it was realistic, and even 50 really. You know, again, I like Declan, and West Ham don't want to let him go. That's why they're putting to dig his heels in, make it clear to David Moyes, I'm leaving, and West Ham, I'm leaving, and probably it'd probably have to be a messy exit. You're the captain, you're a key player, they've got no intention of selling you. You know, Declan Rice, there is a hefty English tax. I love Declan Rice. I think he's a baller. I think technically he's got more ability than people give him credit for, but I can't lie, anything past 50 million, which again, in today's day and age is a bit mad. I think you're moving a bit mad for Declan Rice, really, because what does he do that is above that? Again, quality player, lovely captain. I think long term he could be a centre half as well as a midfielder. But what are you getting for 100 plus 50? Let's just say plus 50 million. What are you getting? Yeah, he tackles. Yeah, he progresses moves, but you get it? It's not really making sense, right? You lot are going out in the comments. Shout out to you lot, man. You lot are still debating with man that don't rate Lewandowski. I hear it. We're going to speak about this at 11:30, but allegedly Tammy Abraham's got 100 million price tag slapped on his head by Roma, who just bought the guy. Juventus, Real Madrid, PSG are favourites to sign Manchester and Villa are looking at, man. Aston Villa, I mean, Pies plan to sell Almiron in the summer. He was always been shit. He's shit, man. As you know, Arsenal are looking to side Darwin Núñez. Allegedly, we've heard background talks with him, background talks with Jonathan David, background talks with Melo, background talks with Telemans. Hopefully, something pops off in the summer. Kessié is going to Barcelona. West Ham are trying to sign Botman, and it looks like he still will be going to Aston Villa. You know, Saliba's playing quite coy on his contract. Azpilicueta has kind of played down Barcelona talk, or let's see exactly what he said. Like in relation to going to Barca, he said, "This is not the time or place to talk about the future. If there's one thing we've learned from the pandemic and with Chelsea's current situation is that we have to live day by day, live the moment. Now is the time to focus on the selection." Boy, crazy. And the thing is, he can't commit. He can't control anything. You know, I do think Chelsea will get to a scenario where they can give people contracts and things, but it's crazy. Uncertainty, but the players and coaching staff can only do one thing, which is to prepare as best as possible for matches. In fact, after the sale of the club was announced, we achieved good results. The rest is not in our hands, which is true, you know. Now, allegedly, Barca do not intend to increase their offer to Araujo. And again, he's been linked with Arsenal and United. And again, that one is going to keep trickling and trickling and trickling. Liverpool are poised to sign Irish Derry winger Trent Kone Doherty. You sound black. I knew it. Well, IC 2.5. I knew it. Never seen Donny play, but good luck to you, my guy. And apparently Leeds are looking at Sergi Gomez, who used to play for Barca, man. He's quite messed technically. I can't lie. I did think he'd be a lot better and progress a lot better than he is right now. But that just shows your football career is not linear like this. We can get two players that level up the team for that price. And that's the thing. Like, I love Declan Rice, but 150 million, that's a mad thing. And it's like, to the skill set, what are you getting? Like, you're not getting much, are you? As I said, Juventus got some investigation thing going on. Allow me, man. Legal office, and again, this is I think a new thing. Apparently, legal offices raided as part of Juventus fraud investigation. Offices were raided in. Bro, stop playing videos, putting me off reading. Offices were raided in multiple cities all over Italy today as part of the investigation into potential Juventus financial fraud based on private contracts with players. Apparently, Italy's financial police have raided offices in Turin, Milan, and Rome this afternoon, which was yesterday, technically. They were seeking paperwork related to private contracts agreed between the club and individual players over salaries and bonuses. You don't think they burnt that? Anything incriminating? There were agreements to spread out 4 months of wages due to balances of books that concerns the feds, who want to make sure everything is above board. I mean, nobody thought to look into, man, for that Pjanic and Arthur Melo deal. Anywho, the investigation into possible fraud was started in December, and it seems as if those contracts were not kept in Juventus's offices, but rather with lawyers in Turin, Milan, and Rome, people. So we'll see how that one there develops, really and truly, which is brazy. So we'll see how that one there develops, people, which is brazy for him. Looking at these transfer lists, Real Madrid to raise Haaland offer amid City competition. Manchester City and Chelsea are looking at Mitchell. Tuchel is a target for Real Madrid, where you heard Ten Hag is as well. Apparently, Barcelona are challenging Liverpool and Bayern Munich for Anthony. Hey, man, I didn't mean to click that. Chill out. We're going to get there. Gio Simeone, I mean, he's been doing all right. Why doesn't his dad buy him? Like, dad must not rate. Dani Alves, as I said, Dani Alves wants Anthony to join Barcelona. So there's that. Surely they're not going to get him and Rafinha. It's one of the two, really. And Ajax is looking peak, man. You know, Anthony's busting out, Gravenberch busting out, Ten Hag busting out. You know, it's peak. Real Madrid are to raise their offer. It's just one thing. There's you've got to pay off agents, you've got to look after image rights, etc., etc. I mean, Mitchell's been good. I don't know if you're going to get regular caps by England. You know, you're going to have to show it in the future. But allegedly, City and Chelsea are looking at him, and you could earn a nice little bit of peas. You'd imagine it's long for Ancelotti if he doesn't win the league, which he's got a 9-point gap, and I don't know what happens in the Champions League, but Thomas Tuchel's been linked with them. Gavi, along with Araujo, has allegedly snubbed the latest proposal by Barcelona, and I'm sure Barca surely got to be getting cold feet. Bale will leave Real Madrid as a free agent in June. He said, I haven't thought about that at all. Thinking about the future can generate doubts. That's why I haven't done it. I mean, you're calm. Muller is open to a long-term Bayern Munich extension. Probably got to move man on. Barcelona are looking at Anthony as discussed. AC Milan are considering a bid for Jorginho. And apparently his agent said today he can play in 4 or 5 teams. AC Milan, Inter, Juventus, Roma, or Napoli. And it's no secret that Jorginho wants to go back to Serie A at some point and loves playing there. So is what it is. Arsenal and United to test Araujo by doubling Barcelona offer. Arsenal and Manchester the salary that Barca are currently proposing, such as the riches of the Premier League. The Uruguayan centre-back has turned down the latest offer, and again, his contract is until 2023. This report says both clubs are willing to go as high as 4 million per year, but Araujo can get much more if he makes it. Well, Barca, sorry, are willing to go to 4 million a year, but obviously he can make a lot more than that all over the park. Barcelona are looking at Dybala. I think the maddest thing I saw with Dybala, Real Betis are looking at him. Their chest is high, in it. But yeah, that one there's the transfer thing. Ajax will be fine. Their setup is too good and probably already. But that's them, man, innit? Like them Shakhtar Donetsk, them clubs there. This is their thing, innit? You know, obviously Onana's gone, but they got shagged for the piece for Onana. But they had what? De Ligt went, Van der Beek went, Davison Sanchez went to Spurs. They finessed them, you know. Mazawi's probably going to leave. But you're right. This is their man's thing, innit? But it's quite the change, innit? And you've also got to remember Overmars because of the mad thing as well. Got clipped as well, really. So that's them, man, innit, really. So you're right on that. I don't know why we done the transfers first, but why not, man? It's a good, you know, sometimes you just got to change things up, people. You got to switch things up. Don't forget 11. Frankie de Jong, 100%. I knew there's obviously going to be people being missed out. And then they've kept it going. Ziyech, you know, that's respectfully, that's them man's thing, innit? Like, sell, man, replace, man, keep it moving, really and truly. Do what you're doing. Like, them, they know the thing already. Sorry, people. Again, on the topic of Ajax as well. Sorry, let's make a timestamp as well, because when this gets repurposed. Make it on the topic of Ajax, just because we're here. It looks like Ten Hag is going to United. I don't know how much listen, I'm not here to gas United, innit? And I know United's poor right at the moment by their own standards. And I think this where United thing is dead. unless Ten Hag has offers from Barcelona, PSG, Real Madrid, and City and them things there, I think, you know, the fact that United must convince Ten Hag is a myth. You know, Ten Hag, I understand if you had concerns, because I feel any manager that takes that job, you could get a prime Pep Guardiola in that current system off the field at Man United, and he will struggle. A big part as to why Pep has done what he's doing at City is the mandate. They have put everything in place for him to just focus on doing the manager thing, and obviously to get to where they want to be, which is identically Barcelona. And you see it with with what they're doing. Liverpool with Michael Edwards, etc. You know, this is where Arsenal, United, and etc. has gone wrong. You look at Pochettino, where he had them, let's say, real 18 months, 2 years at Spurs, where it looked like they just needed a bit more investment to kick on. You need people above board, and at United, it's unclear what man are doing really and truly. So that needs to happen. But away from that, I'm sorry, Ten Hag. And if you got them legit concerns, that's cool, bro. United are doing you a favor right now. Obviously, United are poor, but listen, that is a job you need to take. Like that, you shouldn't need convincing to be Man United manager. It's a massive club, prestigious club. We all know what Ferguson's done. The finance is available. Are you mad? You brother, myth. Big myth. Exactly, bro. And that's where it is. Arguably, managers should be the most disposable at this moment. You know, long gone are the days of Sir Alex Ferguson and all these things. You know, if any, a club needs to have principles, like Barcelona typically before they lost tiki-taka. That's it. Whoever's the Ajax gaffer next, there's certain principles that are going to be there. And I think in modern football, for Arsenal, United, etc., you need to have your philosophy of the structures, your director of football, the scouting thing is 30. There's succession planning. I don't know if Liverpool or City are going to still be up there when both managers transition. Other man are being looked at, there's going to be something there, really. These clubs don't have this, and arguably, you know, managers are not really managers per se. Man are coming in as head coaches. Even Arteta, he's now a manager. He was a head coach. Emre was a head coach. You know, Tuchel, in the grand scheme of things at Chelsea, is quite disposable, but he's set up to thrive because things are going on there. You know, on top of him being a good gaffer. So I don't know about needing to convince, but anyways, United must convince Erik ten Hag and admit interest from 2 European clubs, says Dutch football expert. So apparently they face competition, but who though? Because I could only think Real Madrid, because you know how them man are set. If Ancelotti doesn't do certain things, he could go. It don't look like the Barca thing will be available for you right now. Xavi is there. PSG, if Poch keeps it moving, obviously you could go there. It don't look like there's much for you in Germany at this moment in time. I don't know. Maybe there's some Italian teams. I don't know if Inzaghi's going to leave Inter Milan. I don't know what's going on at AC. I don't know what's major clubs are. I don't know. There's even rumors Tuchel might keep it moving, even though I don't believe it. That we could throw Chelsea, but I don't know, people. Anyways, let's get to the specifics. There are 3 major opportunities for Erik ten Hag, says this Donny. Manchester United is only one of them. I don't want to dampen the excitement in England, but maybe United have not done all the work yet. I think they're just doing this to gas up the thing and carry things on and act like they, you know, I just think this is people playing funny games. Anyways, yes, they've had positive talks with Ten Hag, but who play Champions League football and who have chances to win their titles in their own countries. One of these clubs is very concrete for Ten Hag, and I think that is I think that is on mainland Europe, not in England. I know for a fact that Ten Hag is very excited about that job too. So yeah, man, Ten Hag, as you know, he's currently top at Ajax. He's clearly fed up. He's going to keep it moving. If Manchester United want to get things going, they will have to speed things up and make a decision. So I think, obviously, you got to remember, yeah, funny things happen. This could be an agent talking to one of his media friends and creating a frenzy and trying to make United panic. This is what happens over transfers as well. I know that for a fact. So this could all be true or it could all be was. We never know. I know United, once again, I'm not here to praise United, but regardless of other teams interested, I have to remember what United is. So I think they've done it in it. I just think this is was. I think this is just an article determined to get clicks. I think if United want him, they want him. They've been on you for time. Van der Beek thing there. Obviously, Van der Beek might have a bad word to say. The only thing, if I'm Ten Hag, that could put me off this United job is going to be what the hell is happening off the field. What is going on with Ranić? What is Fletcher's job? What are the other Donnies around? How are you going to attack? What are we trying to do in my first 18 months? In the year after? Turn me once you get past the offer of managing Man United. Sorry, definitely not playing for Ten Hag. It's a myth. You know, it is what it is. For Ten Hag, there may be. Sorry, people. They will have to put a contract out to him because I think there's a real danger it could be too late for him. For Ten Hag, there may be considerations of the graveyard Manchester United has been for Van Gaal, Mourinho, Oli have all failed and have seen their reputations damaged, with the exception of Oli. You know, I wouldn't say no, but Jose's still out here, Van Gaal's still out here. And they've obviously looking at Enrique and things. My only problem would be, you know, Ten Hag's a good manager, but he can't solve everything, innit? Like, he can't be a savior. He was interviewed for the Spurs job, but they passed because he lacked charisma. Fuck looking the part and acting the part. Just focus on if he is the part, really, which he probably is. So that one there is a myth, really. Let's leave that one there. Obviously, there's been some more nominations. Man said Ten Hag can't sign anyone because the players he don't have 1 million followers. Crazy. There's been more Premier League men listed in the shortlist, people. Sergio Aguero, Drogba, and Gary Neville, along with a couple of other men, have been announced, people. The Premier League has announced a shortlist of 25 former players who are eligible to join this thing, people. And Gary Neville deserves it as much as he's a bit of a twat off the field. He deserves to be there. You know, so let's see all the names, people. Man said 100%. Tony Adams, 100% got to be there. I'll be voting for him. Aguero deserves it. Man can't lie. So Campbell deserves it. Peter Cech deserves it. Andrew Cole deserves it. Ashley Cole, one of my favorite players. I know he turned pagan. Deserves it. Drogba deserves it. Even though, you know, he weren't prolific per se over a course of a season. He did score important goals. I had to do it, Chelsea fans. Evra deserves it. Rio deserves it. Les deserves it. Fowler deserves it. Company deserves it. Letitia deserves it. Ruud van Nistelrooy, United fans used to lie better than Thierry Henry, deserves it. Gary Neville deserves it. Owen deserves. Van Persie deserves. Not as much as a couple of others up there, but deserves. Van der Sar 100% deserves. What a keeper he was, man. One of my favorite keepers, actually. You know, well, check as well. Schmeichel deserves. Slightly, maybe even his son deserves to be there. Pulsko should have been there already, innit? Fuck them. Teddy Sheringham deserves it. I don't know this Don. I don't know them racist Dons there. I don't care. I don't know what he deserves. Yaya Toure, Vidic, Ian, right, deserves 100%. But I feel like voting for everyone. I'm going to make bare burner accounts. First, I'm going to be voting for the Arsenal, man. So that's Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, and who else was there? Who else was there from Arsenal? Ian Wright. Then I will probably vote for Petr Cech, Ashley Cole, can't lie, Van Persie as well. Company deserves to be there. Where's David Silva, though? Where's David Silva? Well, I'm seeing Bear City, man, but I don't see David Silva. I don't see Sal Belletta even. They got to give bit harsh, you know. But anyways, yeah, man, that's the Premier League list, anyways, isn't it, people? Should we see what else is going on Sky Sports News? No, ain't no one care what Bell's got to say, respectfully. I've got I big up Jermaine Defoe. He's announced his retirement, people, at 39 years of age, 305 goals in 764 appearances. Big up Jermaine Defoe. He played for the Ops, but like Lennon, he's one that you couldn't help but kind of like, really. So yeah, big up him. Whatever you said, my guy. Gary Neville can't get that. Growing up as a right back, I weren't watching him to improve my game. Neither as I. No one wanted to be Gary Neville, but what we can't deny is the man's, you know, he's a legend, bro. Like, he's part of the United team. He's done many things. He's been a consistent, steady Eddie, bit of a pussy, but I can't lie. He deserves to be there, bro. There's hella names I would say I didn't look up to be like, but I can't not say that Gary Neville deserves it and doesn't deserve it. And as much as I dislike how he behaves off the field now, and he's a bit like Piers Morgan and that he's just a self-fulfilling vacuum, bro. He's you know, I don't want to call him a legend, but he is a Premier League legend. Like, he's a hallmark of the thing, man. Like, I can't say he doesn't deserve to be there, really and truly, which is crazy. So fair enough to him, man. But you're right, man. We're looking at me and him. Where's my Perez? Is Perez there yet? I don't know what going for Perez. I can see Ten Hag going PSG. How many points can Arsenal get from Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Southampton? I think 7 is non-negotiable. I'll be real. I'll take 7. I think considering the next... Listen, all 3 of them games are difficult. And as I keep saying, you're always here, Jay. So you know I keep saying it like a broken record. Them 3 fixtures are fixtures, home and away, I look for when Arsenal's fixture calendar list is announced. Crystal Palace home and away is tricky. Much less we can go back to our home game. Brighton away, very lucky to get a point because we weren't in it. Crystal Palace, we dropped points from winning positions. Southampton, we did the business at home, but historically, we've got many bogey a team against them. Them away from home, we know what we're getting with Ralph Rangnick and all them things. We know what Vieira's doing. We know what Graham Potter is doing. He lies down for Spurs. Yeah, man was definitely trying to play like Ashley Cole. That's how you need to do. But I would say, I'll be real. I think 7 is cool, but you need 9, bro. I'll be real. You need 9. Because then after that, you got Chelsea, United, West Ham. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And man are going to be looking at man to drop points. So I think you need 9, respectfully. Like, I know what happens is not what happens. I can't see us getting 18 points from the next 6 games. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. Yeah, 18. Massive pool. But yeah, 18. But you need at least... Yeah, you need to get close to that, innit? I can't see it, but man need to get something. So you're right, 100% facts there, mate. 100% facts. Again, I'd say that's non-negotiable. But football has a funny way of showing us different, innit? I did like how our last 3 games, all right, cool. We would have loved to have, I would say, score against Liverpool and fuck up the clean sheet and obviously win. But we probably would have said, all right, cool, you know what? Beat Wolves, beat Leicester. It is what it is with Liverpool, innit? Like, it is what it is. We can maneuver with that. We can live with that. It's not necessarily the end of the world per se. And I think we would have taken that and we did. So just handle the business. Palace are in form. I need to show up against them. Brighton are a great side. I need to show up against them. Again, where Brighton's concerned, you've got to show up. And away from home, Palace is difficult. We need to go. 9 points is hard, but that makes us comfortable going into the toilet bowl stadium. Bro, it's hard, but top 4 is hard. This is where you need to get. You just need to slug it through. And it's not necessarily about how well you play. You just need to get over the line, in my humble opinion. Which, if you do, then it's a good scenario for everybody involved, people. Obviously, if we go over to the... let me close my emails because there's some bad mind people out there. All right, let's go over to the Athletic people and get some other things going on. Obviously, Arsenal fans that are wishing to see more of Ruben Neves, he might have kicked his last ball for Wolves. I don't know. Wolves say Ruben Neves is out until May with a knee injury, people. He sustained it in the 3-2 defeat to Leeds United. That obviously means he's out of action today, people. And don't forget, on the topic of Portugal versus Turkey, it's 7:45 kickoff. I'll be live half an hour before kickoff on Twitch. 7:10, we're going to watch that, where probably the hardest out of the 4 teams. It is. United's ain't easy. I think Spurs on paper got a good run, but they only got to play us and Liverpool. But saying that, every game is difficult in the Prem. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Everyone's got to play. What I would say is everyone's got to play the same team twice in the Premier League. I know certain runs could be more favourable. So it is what it is. Everyone's got to play 38 times. Just do what we're doing, innit? But in relation to Ruben Neves sustained a medial collateral ligament injury to his knee in the match against Leeds United on Friday evening. He travelled to Portugal with members of the Wolves medical team to see a knee specialist, where the injury was confirmed as uncomplicated. He'll spend this week in Portugal with the Wolves physio before returning to continue his rehabilitation at Compton Park. We are hoping for Ruben to be fit to return in May. So I don't know when, how many games will you play? That could be a myth, man. Apparently Pedro Neto is from a knee injury. Bro, he's had a tough time, innit? Unfortunately. I can't lie, this is a bit of a fuckery, man. Why are you retired? Sorry, people, but I already got the article. Manchester United goalkeeper Paul Woolston retires at 23. Fuckery, man. Why are you retired? He joined the club from Newcastle in 2018 and signed a 1-year extension last summer. What happened to you, though? He underwent 2 operations in March and April after sustaining a hip injury. To have to retire, he has said, to have to retire at 23 has been really tough to come to terms with, but I feel a lot more positive now. You might as well jump on this coaching, this agency thing, the rest of it, people. I'm really proud of everything that I've achieved. Many people dream of playing football at this level. Of course, I would have loved to have gone on further, but it's been an absolute honour to represent Manchester United during my time. Apparently, they've put a robust support program for him available at United, credit to the club, and have set up a variety of work experience placements inside and outside the club. He's also received support for his coaching badges. He's played for England at at youth level, and he's obviously been at Newcastle, been at United, and been on loan at Gateshead. It's a shame, man. 23, bro. But this is unfortunately, this is why you have to have many things thinking, man. That's fucked. I just hope that you can still continue in football, because again, at 23, bro, that's all man's probably known. That's all a guy's dream has probably been. And what I would say, it must be a culture shock. Like, even for me, like, and many of you, some of you that are always busy and always doing things, you might take a day off, and the first day might be cool, the first 2 hours are cool, but then you don't know what to do with yourself. And as a footballer, I know you get a lot of free time, but it's fairly structured. When man might just wake up and your diary's free. That's why I think a lot of players that need to retire don't. Shame, man, but hopefully he can still do his thing in some capacity. People, Harry Kane is to speak to other national team captains over unified approach to Qatar World Cup issues. I mean, listen, what's going on in Qatar is sickening, but I think it's very, very, very funny how, people can represent this country of England and not sort out what's going on in-house, whether it's racism, whether it's prejudice, there's a bag of fuckery going on, isn't it? But as nobody does it like the English, to act like things go, we're so holy, or thou so holy than now, while things are going up abroad. Even the language around racism. But anyways, Harry Kane wants to speak to other international captains over taking a unified stance towards human rights concerns. What are you not going to do? Because you're all still going to be playing at the fucking World Cup. No one's going to act up. No one's going to act up. So what are you making noise about? They're going to quash your fears. None of you are prepared to miss the World Cup. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but what are you chatting for? What are you? Concerns have been raised over the number of migrant workers losing their lives during the construction of the stadium and facilities. And of course, look in your own country, of course, it's not as the same. But when the Olympics came, look at Stratford. Yeah, it might look brazy and nice and that, but the actual people on the ground didn't get any benefit. Look at Brazil 2014. I'm pretty sure you could say South Africa as well, probably. And the next World Cup, and the next World Cup, and the next World Cup. I mean, you can talk. Who gave it to them? Who said you're going to do the 2022 World Cup? Come on now. Like, let's be a bit serious, man. Apparently, Southgate said he'll look to educate his players during this thing. So, I mean, I can't lie. I don't care about this, man. Shout out to Kane and that, but bro, really. Anywho, apparently, in relation to Euro 2028, Russia are to rival UK and Ireland for tournament despite football ban. Talk about not reading the room. Russia has declared an interest in rivaling the UK and the Republic of Ireland for the right to host Euro 2028, despite the country being banned from international football following Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Russian football clubs and national teams were last month suspended by FIFA and UEFA, as you know. Pardon me, that has not stopped Russia's Football Union Executive Committee giving its backing for a bid for the European Championships in either 2028 or 2032, people, which is brazy. So, yeah, earlier on Wednesday, the United Kingdom and Ireland formally submitted their bid. Brazy. All right. Where Chelsea are concerned, keeping up kind of with the geopolitical thing. UK government amends Chelsea license to allow fans to buy tickets. Chelsea fans will be able to buy tickets to matches again after the UK government amended the license that has allowed the club to operate while owner Roman Abramovich is sanctioned. Under the new license, supporters will be able to purchase tickets to away matches, with visiting fans also able to attend Stamford Bridge. However, the club cannot sell tickets to Premier League home games, with only season ticket holders able to attend those fixtures. Chelsea will be able to sell tickets for their home matches in the Champions League and Women's Super League, as well as the FA Cup semi-final against Crystal Palace. The government license allows Chelsea to act as an agent with regards to ticket selling, with funds raised to be transferred to a permitted third party defined as relevant bodies or another club with whom may keep the proceeds of any sales. It also permits Chelsea's parent company, Forstam Limited, to inject up to 30 million to ease cash flow and liquidity issues. Known as some of you already know, people, Abramovich is not permitted by the UK government to benefit from the sale of Chelsea Football Club. So yeah, man, he's been described as a pro-Kremlin oil god. All right. So yeah, man, The government issued Chelsea, who Abramovich has owned since 2003, with a special license that allowed the Premier League club to fulfill its fixtures and for staff to be paid and existing ticket holders to attend matches. So yeah, it is what it is where they are concerned as well. Don't think anything. What else is going on? What else you got for us, Athletic? Townsend's season's probably done. Fraser Forster's been called up to the England squad after Sam Johnson, who was called up as well after Ramsdale was out. If I stand corrected, is now out of this thing. Brozovic has signed a new extension at Inter Milan. I read this. I don't give a fuck about it. Again, Andros Townsend, unfortunately, season's done. He suffered an ACL injury, which is fucked, especially at his age. So yeah, man, it don't seem like there's. I think that's it in the world of football. In fact, keeping up the theme with Chelsea. Keeping up the theme with Chelsea, people. Couple of things I just found on goal.com there. Keeping up the theme with Chelsea. Why is it not? Sorry, folks. There we go again. Chelsea take over. Saudi investor Amar Zidane, forgive me for mispronunciation, becomes the 8th public bidder as process drags on. I mean, they approved Newcastle, but you can already see how this thing is happening, people. The venture capitalists and horse racing moguls understood to be leading a bid to buy the Blues from Abramovich. He's an LA-born Saudi investor and is the latest individual to make an offer, really. You know, the 47-year-old is the chairman of the Zidane Group, a company involved in energy and petrochemical sectors in Saudi Arabia. This guy sounds very ethical, with an interest in horse racing. Like other bidders, he is thought to have looked for extra finance after the deadline passed and is considered to have an outside chance of winning. This is the case even with his connections to Jordan's royal family through his marriage to Princess Noor bin Asman factored in. Wait, Chelsea's board will ultimately decide who the new owners will be, but they'll be advised by the Rain Group, a New York investment bank who were initially appointed by sanctioned owner Roman Abramovich. So yeah, man, we'll see. Every minute there's somebody else in it. So we'll see what happens there. Juventus, we'll get into that. Apparently, Messi returning to Barcelona would delight Jordi Alba, as he hopes one of the best. Dembele is given a new contract. It wasn't easy for him, his teammates, or the club, but football is like that. It's hard to see him with another shirt, but he's still the best in the world. He's got a lot of football left, and I'm sure next year he'll be much better. Messi is the player with whom I understood the best and would be nice if he came back. I suffered a lot after his departure because he was a good friend. In relation to Dembele, he said, renew Dembele. I think they should. In his position, he's one of the best in the world. He's motivated. I don't know what he's going to do, but I hope he stays. In relation to Haaland and Mbappe, what has he said, people? I wouldn't know who to choose. Mbappe is crazy, and he showed that in the Champions League against Madrid and you lot. Haaland is also young and scores a lot of goals. Playing for Dortmund and PSG is not the same as playing at the Camp Nou or the Bernabeu. We would have to see what they do here, which is true. Can't disagree with that. Obviously, Juventus given Stark Serie A warning, join Super League and you're banned. The Italian football president has told the Serie A giants they will be excluded from the league should they revive the plot, people. Which Juventus seem to be the ringleaders in not allowing it to die. That contract is a planning hypothesis. If it becomes a reality, Juventus would be out of the Italian league. The Super League is the wrong answer to a real need. Italy, too, must think about how to improve the quality of the championship and make it more attractive for expanding markets, such as the Arab one, where it collects little money from at the moment. So, yeah, man, we'll see what's going on with that Super League-ish, but that's that. So, yeah, man. I thought it was a dry day where transfers and football news is concerned, but it's never a dry day where football is concerned, innit? Football never switches off. That's the beautiful thing about it. One love to the Twitch gang tuned in. What have you lot been saying? Don't forget, we're going live at 11:30 as well, people. Juventus getting debelled out the league again would be mad. Believe in the process. Putin thinks he's smart. They're buzzing. Russia dreaming, man. They should have had this convo a while ago, not this year, chat, bro. The chatting shit, bro. Like, you think FIFA, the FA, they don't give a fuck about human rights. They don't give a fuck about a lot of this shit because salary first, conscience later. That's all they care about. They don't give a shit about anything. They don't care. They might appear they care. They don't care. because a lot of them, with a lot of things that are going on, they're not the ones that feel it. They don't give a shit. You know, the players might legitimately care, but a lot of them can't see what's going on, bro. What is Harry Kane and that? It's already done. What are you lot gonna do? Not play at the World Cup in Qatar? And then if you're gonna do that, and we're gonna do things like that, not that I'm backing it, if we're gonna draw the morality police, then we need to start in this very country with things that's going on. You lot can't even fucking walk off a pitch when it's racism, but I think you lot got what are you lot gonna talk about? Seriously, what the hell are you lot gonna talk about? You know, and why are you talking? Because Qatar can't host no Euros, no World Cup, no nothing unless these people sanction it. As you know, salary first, conscience later. Are you going to start looking at if you're looking for ethics, are you going to start looking at your own owners? You know, how many owners in this country have probably voted to Tories and things? And Tories are crippling this country, whether it's housing market, wages, etc., etc. How many American owners dedicated to Trump? You know, how many ethics are in your fucking house with half the things you've got? If we're going to draw the morality police, then boy, we've got a very, you know, footballers need to chill out. It's funny though, because no one's told Kane to focus on football. Certain man just try, I know their form's bad, but certain man try and feed kids. Kids ain't done nothing wrong. Regardless of a kid's race, religion, background, social class, they can't help it. But certain man just want kids to get a breakfast. There's problems. Focus on football. So you lot can do your educating thing and all this bullshit. It's not gonna, what Southgate says, what the fuck's it gonna change? See, I'm not criticizing Kane or Southgate, just that. What the fuck? Like, come on now. Let's pattern up, man. Let's not insult people's intelligence, bro. It's brazy, man. It's really, really brazy, man. Really brazy, but what are you gonna do, man? Every day, you know, the world just looks more and more fucked in it, people, really and truly. You know, we really have to, that humanity, there's a lot of, in mankind, there's a lot of lovely stuff, but it's jarring. This is just there's not much more to say, is there? Like, it's just dead. And in terms of player, why has Trevor Chalobah been nominated for Premier League Player of the Month? What the fuck? What the actual hell? Actually moving crazy. Player of the Month. Who you not giving it? To be fair, Havertz has been good. Kane's been good. Kulusevski's been good. Robertson's been good. Tony scoring pens been good. Not quite good off the field. I'm giving it to my man Bukayo Saka. Cash has been good. All deserve it. All with a shot. I don't know why, bro. You ain't played for a hot second, fam. That's it. B, don't give the man that attention, man. You know, you just have to tell the man there, suck them on one time. Yeah, man, we're getting bigger on Twitch, man. Couple idiots are there, man. It's not his fault. Saka, come on, little chilly. Football fans as a whole need a slap. Charles, how many games will England play this international break? To my knowledge, 2 on Saturday. It's Switzerland, and I think maybe I might be gassing it, but I think on Tuesday it's Ivory Coast. I'm probably capping. Ivan Toney, you know what? For the Bants, Ivan Toney, man. My man is twerking to leave that club, bro. My man is doing everything. Nowhere exciting. Fuck Brentford. Who would have guessed you would have said Saka for Player of the Month? Yeah, no one, man. You wouldn't have, the bookie odds would have been bad. You know, unlike certain youngsters, my Don's doing his business, so he deserves it. You know, if I'm banned from voting for Arsenal, in fact, you know what's deep? Do you know why you're being deep? Because I just said all of them apart from Trevor Chalobah deserves it. Havertz has been good. Kane's finding his feet. Kulusevski's been doing his thing. Robertson's unfortunate that he's with Trent. You're not really going to get too much of the limelight. Tony's been finding his form, but Kyle Saka. Give it to Kane. I hope it will curse. It will give a curse or something. Trust. Ivan Toney to Arsenal agenda might have to start running for a certain price. I don't mind Ivan Toney. Not as the main done, but in the squad, why not? You know, you can do the Lacazette thing. And I like his mentality and the fact that he can take a pen. Now, Tony for the culture, man. Give it to him. Why not, man? But if he leaves, the thing that shakes him is the asking price, man. Like he probably needs Brentford to go down. Like how much are they? I think they're genuinely going to ask for 50, and I've definitely certain man spent 50 on Sigurdsson, so it's not going to be the worst. But who here is trying to spend 50 million on Ivan Toney? Respectfully, are you lot? I'm not even drawing them out. Are you lot trying to buy Ivan Toney for 50 plus million? I'll give them their bread back, but are you lot trying to pay that? Shout out to him because he's got 11 goals in 25 games. He's doing all right. I do think a better team, he'll score some goals. He's shown at Peterborough and Brentford and these things that he can score goals. But 50 mil? I don't know, man. I don't know. And how many of them are pens as well? I don't know, man. I like him a lot, but it's all the price. 35. But how much did they buy him for? They're gonna, how they do this thing. They've shown it with Ollie Watkins, they've shown it with Mupay. There's probably a couple man that are missing out as well. Brentford do the money thing, so no one wants to lose. And 26 years of age, it's like a Declan Rice thing with Brentford. They need him, innit? Like, how much they buying for? No, do you know what? 35, you might be right. I thought they might ask for 50. You might be right. They only got him for 10 mil. A fee rising to 10 mil. Fuck, I do that. Do that immediately. Get that one done. 35, get that done. Yeah, that's a healthy little profit. If they're on a 35 million thing, do that. If they're trying to say 50 and like what's going on, it's brazy, man. It's brazy. You can't be trying to shake man for that. Absolutely brazy, man. Would Toney get more goals than a Tammy Abraham? I don't know, because I do think if Tammy, man, not Tammy, if fucking Ivan Toney is put in a, what minute are we at? Sorry, man, I need some timestamp. You take, now let's call it, why is it frozen? Sorry. Ivan Toney to Arsenal. Again, the thing with Toney, respectfully, Brentford, I mean, I know he's putting a lot of penalties. Toney in a different team might get more opportunity. A team that's going to be on the front foot, you might get more goal scoring opportunities. So you might do, but then I think Tammy will outscore him. I think Ivan Toney's got more to his game than Tammy. Like he basically plays as a 10, as a hold up man, as a left wing. He does a lot, really, Toney. But I do definitely do a lot. That is my shin. Go, I'm a soldier. Firm that, hold that. Lord God, that hurt. But I'm gonna firm that. Jesus. I don't think Tammy has better all-round game. I think the things that Tammy does better, goal scoring, anticipation. Yeah, I don't think Tammy's link-up play, as I've said, for a big man, I think it can improve. And I think he's poor in the air for a tall guy as well. He's like a bit like a duck out of water. But I'd rather Tammy because I kind of have faith that Tammy is going to get me goals, like a respectful amount of goals. Tammy is a goal getter. He's shown it. I'd probably pick Tammy over Ivan Toney and just because I think there's a higher ceiling there. But who would score more? I think Tammy still. I think Tammy. I don't think Toney. I think Tammy. But then again, I don't know because Ivan Toney's playing for Brentford, isn't it? Like if he's at a team that's on the front foot, he might get more opportunities. I don't know, but I would probably back. If I had to bet money, I'd say Tammy would score more. If we both slap them in the Arsenal team, I think Ivan Toney probably look a bit prettier, dropping deep and getting involved, and like I said, doing that Lacazette stuff. But I think Tammy's just gonna get me goals. It might not be pretty. He's just gonna grab me some goals, man. DG, thoughts on Gab Jesus last year of his contract? Bit how I feel with Richarlison, really. I like him though, man, but he probably needs to go somewhere he's going to play on a regular basis. I'm having Gab Jesus, but I don't know if you're the guy to be the main one, really, because on one hand, I used to think you're the truth. Now I just think you're a myth. I like both strikers as well, Cam, man. It's an interesting one, man. But the thing is, Tammy's probably going to cost more because them man are saying 100 million for a Roma. Rightly so. They just bought Donny. Why would you want to sell him? And for Chelsea, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but you clearly weren't 100%. You weren't 100% convinced on Lukaku, but you was prepared to lie to yourself that he scores goals. Probably hindsight's a wonderful thing, but probably could have just kept Tammy. Really, I know it's not as sexy and things, but Lukaku's one of them. If he's scoring 20 league goals and that, you shut up about all the problems, but it was doomed to fail. The logic, as I said, the logic behind buying Lukaku was true. I beg someone scroll the way back. Some of you saw me for a fact. I said when he signed, it will not surprise me if Chelsea buy another striker within the next year, because you could tell this Lukaku thing, the logic was there. The season before they bought him, there was a lot of chefs, a lot of playmakers. Chances were getting made at Chelsea, but there wasn't a guy that necessarily just wanted to eat. You know, it's like a shop, a restaurant. The chef can make as many meals, but when he taps his bell and says order's ready, someone's got to be on the table to eat, or no one's making peas really and truly. I don't need proof. The streets know, innit, man. I don't need to lie to myself. You know, one thing about me, I've always been crystal clear with you. Like, I hold my L's. I don't need to lie. God knows I know my thing, and I said that. But anyways, as I was saying, it made sense because they needed someone to eat, and look, Lukaku therefore looks like he can eat, Mark Henry. But yeah, the logic was there, but then he doesn't fit into what they're doing. He can't play ball. He can't do what they're doing. So he was always going to be sold to him. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but it makes you wonder, what if he used Tammy? Same way Trevor Chalobah's found a little role for himself because they couldn't get Conde. And I'm not saying Conde wouldn't be a better choice than him, but yeah, man, then Trevor. But you see how things are made. And next season, I hope Conor Gallagher gets a chance. Even Mark Gurhey, I understand him wanting to bust out, but maybe if they just loaned him to Palace, he could have come back with Rudiger leaving. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and Chelsea have made peas, and they have to give Broja a chance. DG stream for Portugal versus Turkey playoff semi-final. Once again, set your reminders, check your schedules. 10 past 7 p.m., 7:10 UK time. Obviously, if you're not here, use your brain, people. We're there, man. We're there. You know we're there for that, man. You know we're there for that. I don't think it's 2 legs, but at some point, there could be a possibility. I swear Portugal playing Italy, or am I capping? Lukaku's lost that edge he had at the beginning of the season when he ripped Marie a new one. Bro, it's Marie, bro. It's Marie, bro. That's the only thing he's done. It's Marie, bro. It's not hard to do that. Like, come on, man. I'll never forgive Marie for that, you know. That's one of the worst moments of the season for me. Just with Marie tax, dud tax, pussy old tax, shit man tax, you know, bullshit tax. One thing that annoyed me with that is Lukaku wanted to score more than you wanted to keep a clean sheet. That's why I'm so happy when I'm seeing how Ben White and Gabriel are moving, bro. Man's got a little brush and he goes, oh, man's racing through on goal. It's that same thing. I'll never forgive Mustafi in a cup final at Wembley, the halfway line. Aguero is running on our goal and you're there with your fucking hand up to the linesman in a final. Brother. Allow it, man. And I feel sorry for Lukaku, but yeah, man. Apparently, Japan is in the World Cup, so Tomiyasu's got a World Cup to think about if it does happen. So it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Don't you think players who don't have a first touch thrive in Italy? Not necessarily. Why would that be? Not really. There's plenty of players with first touches. Apparently, Jorginho wants to return to Italy. His agent can't say anymore. In fact, he's even sending mixed signals. But the reality is the midfielder has been close to Juventus for weeks now. There's talk of a 4-year deal with the salary of €6 million. That is from the Bianconeri zone on Twitter. The thing is, bro, do you know what? I'm a Marie hater. You know me. I'll give a man praise where due, but I just always felt you was dud. When you smell something spooky, like man, we're gassing him. I've never seen someone with such a small sample size get gassed up by our fans. And he was doing it against duds. And, you know, we're speaking about Chelsea and Marie. Everybody talks about that. Do you remember when we actually beat Chelsea? And no one speaks about it because we got away with it. But he conceded a stupid penalty. Ironically, I just mentioned Jorginho. It's so coincidental. You would think I'm actually planning this. You know, he missed the penalty. Dead, bro. And it's not a Pablo Marie hating thing. I do think you're bad, but I think you can have a career. But at 28 years of age, I wanted someone that, when called upon, could be relied on, like Cedric has showed in the last couple of games, whether I rate him or not. It's Meady, you know, and it's as much as Arsenal have made expensive failures, it's the free transfers of Williams, it's spending a loan fee on this Don, getting him for 10 million or whatever, then not playing him and shotting him. It's these sort of things that need to stop as well, bro. Now, I hear he's doing all right at Udinese. I'm not going to sit and say I'm watching Donny week in, week out, but I hear he's doing all right. Hopefully that convinces them or someone else to take a chance on Donny, really and truly, because if it's not Saliba or bringing in the next centre half, then them and they are myths in it, really. You know, I'd rather, even though I think it's a myth for Ballard, if we're bringing back Marie, you might as well give Ballard or one of them young guys in the academy a chance. Marie's, and you don't exude confidence. You're 29 in August. You don't. It's a bit like keepers. One thing I like over Ramsdale, over Leno, is anyone that's played Sunday League, when your keeper is moving calm, you feel a lot calmer. When your keeper's moving erratic, it makes the defense feel erratic. Same way, your team might be getting ripped, like there's bare chances, you're under the cosh, you see your keeper that can help you. The same with defenders. Confidence is contagious, so is nerves, bro. He saved us, bro. He saved us. But then again, the thing is, Arteta had to learn himself, because who brought Willian? Who brought Marie? As much as there was a culture of bringing in duds and giving man dumb contracts, and we need to move away from that, Edu and Arteta, unfortunately, have made their own mistakes, you know. I hope we move from it. I do think putting faith unnecessarily in players, better man management, consistently playing the same team, you know, giving people a chance, but remembering that man need to win games and that, you know, learning from your own mistakes. These are things that I think we're learning from. And again, they have to hold their hands up. We've said Cedric's been good, but 2024, this is the only period I've seen from him, and he's played close to 50 games. So there's been problems inherited at this club, but they've also done things. They've given dumb contracts, and we've had to rip up contracts. You know, he's ripping up contracts before he came. It feels like we're doing it more since Edu came. And Edu's legacy needs to be a bit more than that. I'm not saying you can sell these players, because a lot of these players that have been clipped are shit. But if Arteta leaves, at least I could say, like you said, you know, there's been some building blocks. There's been certain things that he's done. He's won an FA Cup. If Edu keeps it moving, what's his legacy, man? That, bro, you always got a choice, but I'm not having that, bro. There's not, you know, bro, everybody should be a good character off the field. You know, that whole good character, knowing the club, that's not a reason, bro. Man are here to win things. Man are here to win football matches. Dons are not here to be in youth clubs and agony aunts and be that cool supply teacher, bro. Like Bellamy said, man are not here to make, for everyone in the 25-man squad should be an example, should behave themselves. The younger players should be a great example. I'm not saying you, but I feel man overcompensate with that bullshit. Bro, you always have options. Same way man said, I'm not bringing in no one. You could have not brought in anyone. You always have an option. You know, there was no way, Marie, you know, you're telling me that's the left-sided centre-half. We're taking shortcuts, bro. And we're learning from it. Man have to hold their L's, bro. At the end of the day, Marie, I'm looking at it now, 22 appearances for this football club. 14 appearances in the Premier League. How much did you sign for Arsenal for? Marie signed for Arsenal. That's not even coming up. Man are talking to me about Virgo as the star sign, bro. Man don't rate Marie. 14 million. 12 million up front with a 4 million paid. And you know, you're doing your thing, but this is dead, bro. 14 million for 22 appearances. Bro, and then if that's the best choice, that's why we're here criticizing or whatever. You know, left-footed, bro, that was taking shortcuts. We was taking shortcuts. Now we're learning from our mistakes. That's what Arteta and Edu need to happen. But as much as it's about, you know, we're buying Xhaka, and let's be honest, he's not a bad player. He's not necessarily a good one. For years since he's come here, we don't know. We still don't really know what man is. Deep line playmaker, false 8, whatever. It's not just him. It's not just Pepe that shouldn't have been signed for that money, 72 million. It's not just them. It's the small signings. It's bringing in Cedric. It's historically Willian, Marie, and with respect to what Cedric's doing currently, and the other things. It's giving guys contracts and tearing them up. This is where they've come into a culture where we're doing dumb stuff, but they need to begin to change it up now. Unpopular opinion, I don't think Czech was as bad as man make out. I'll be real. I don't think Czech was as bad as people make out. I'll be 100% honest. 100% honest. That being said, he did do some bullshit. You know, he did do some bullshit. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Wish you all the best, Marie, man. Xhaka has been a good signing overall. It's been all right. 5 out of 10. You know, there's been durability, there's been certain consistencies. I think he's been a better player than given credit for, but we're still here talking about midfield. It's been a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Respectfully, I think he's been very reliable, good mentality at times, but equally, there's been times he's been unreliable. It's just polarizing opinion. I don't think he's been as great as his fanboys make out. Xhaka's haters, I don't think he's been as bad as people make out. One thing I like, I've never had to doubt his integrity, but 5 out of 10, bro. Like, it's 5, 6 out of 10. It's not transformed the midfield. That's what man were bought for, bro. We all had Giroud talking about fucking this guy's the Swiss Perlo, bro. 5, 6 out of 10. I don't think you've been amazing, but I don't think you ain't been shit. You haven't pulled up any trees, really. But man signed Mings. I'm Villa Gaffer. I'm trying to get him gone, man. I think David Luiz, but do you know what? David Luiz, I was very critical when he signed for Arsenal, but I think he was better than given credit for. And there was a time where I didn't feel comfortable if Granit Xhaka or David Luiz were not involved in what we're doing. Like, we needed them for character. Like, obviously, when we went out to Emirates Villarreal, I think if they're there, we go through. But then maybe that's the problem in that we're relying, like the very fact that I'm screaming these players are missing or whatever, even Xhaka to this current day, if he's not there to a degree, I don't feel comfortable. This is what Arsenal have done in that some players are shit, like Marie. Certain players are not bad, but we put them in boots they can't feel. Like certain men are meant to be rotation donnies. We start making them first team regulars. Certain strikers can do all right across the season. They'll help you. We start looking at him to be the main starter. But yeah, man, it is what it is. On that note, though, people, what's the time? Oh shit, we got 6 minutes until the next live stream. If you still want to talk Arsenal and that, stay on Twitch. Obviously this is gonna close. I'm gonna go to the next one on StreamYard. I'm gonna open that back up. If you want to watch this via YouTube, or just open up another tab for me, hit the like button. Let's fuck up the algorithm and that, because we need that. And then yeah, man, we keep it moving, people. On that, what's all of this? David Luiz is slightly underrated. Nah, man. You just done better than you thought, man. Underrated, that's a myth. David Luiz was decent, man. Twitch or YouTube, it's going to be on both. Do what you need to do, bro. But if you can open up another tab, fuck up the YouTube algorithm, it is what it is. The ball was on the floor when we signed David Luiz, but again, better player, better servant for our club than giving credit for. I will give him that. We shouldn't have brought man for the sake of it, you know. One ex-Chelsea man who actually had some fucking integrity about himself, bro. Like, you know, the last Chelsea centre-back we bought, you know, was anything but a leader. You know, had shit Jerry Kells and shit perm there. Bro, Gallas, you're a dickhead. I can't like Gallas. I hate you, you know. Hate's a strong word from a footballing point of view. I hated Gallas, you know, but we're getting on to Gallas. We'll definitely be late for the next live stream. Obviously, don't forget Twitch, gang. 7:10, 10 past 7. Exclusive to Twitch. We're watching Portugal, Turkey, where we'll see what's going on between Italy and Turkey, and between Italy and Portugal. Unfortunately, one of them will not be at the next World Cup, and I swear that'll be a second consecutive one for Italy. Even though I think the footballing gods are going to bless Ronaldo and Portugal, as poor as Italy have kind of been after winning the Euros. When it's crunch time, their man there kind of do a thing, bro. Gallas, I'm going, bro. I'm going. I can't, please. I'm gone. Join me shortly. I'm gone. I can't because, bro, Gallas, yeah, man, I need to go, people. You lot, seriously, appreciative to you lot supporting the thing. Without you lot, it's dead. I appreciate you lot support on Twitch, on YouTube, whether it's Football Manager, other people, collabs on my channel, watch-alongs, 10 a.m. streams, the rest of it, etc., people. I appreciate it, but my blood's boiling with Gallas now, man. Say. You lot are vexing me with this Gallas thing, man.